This is day 2 of vlog every day in November, VEDN. Now, a guy on my first video was like, please stop shifting your weight from one foot to the other. And then he's like, I'm just providing some constructive criticism. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep shifting my weight as much as I wasn't shifting my weight so much as just kind of walking around, just kind of pacing through the environ. By the way, I told you to guess what hat I'd be wearing. Now I did show it, so it was probably easy if you know what kind of hat this is, but it is an umbrella hat. So I'm wearing an umbrella hat in this video. Okay, so a long time ago, like in like 2014, somewhere around then, I was like in high school or something. I came across this series called Tudor Monastery Farm. It was a British series where these people, these archaeologists and historian, go live on a farm that's done in a recreation of like a Tudor English monastery. And they do that for a year, and they learn all the techniques of farming back in merry old England. And I found out that this series actually was way more than just the one series. They did a whole bunch of them, and that wasn't even the first one. They did like wartime farm, Victorian farm, Edwardian farm. They did one where they were building a castle. It was a cool series. And anyway, in 2015, I ended up showing it to my mom because I thought maybe she would like it. And she not only liked it, she loved it. And so she started watching it all the time. And surprisingly, she still watches it all the time, which is crazy to me because I haven't watched it since 2015. And that's like one of her go-to things. She watches that thing all the time. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, in 2021, I started watching a show called Breaking Bad, and I thought it was really good. And then there was the spin-off series, the prequel series to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and I watched that and I was like, wow, this is like really, really good. This is better than Breaking Bad. And so I told my brother to watch Breaking Bad, and he did. And then I was talking to my mom, and I was like, you know what? I think you might really like Better Call Saul. Because I knew that she wasn't going to like Breaking Bad. But Better Call Saul, to me, it seemed like maybe she would like it. And so I showed her the first episode, and she was immediately hooked. She loved the thing even more than I did. Because like I remember Better Call Saul being kind of slow to get started because Breaking Bad was so fast-paced and Better Call Saul just kind of moved at a snail's pace a little bit. But I guess if you're not coming off of Breaking Bad, if Better Call Saul is your introduction into the series, then it's like, whoa, this first episode is awesome. And so, well, to make the long story short, I am now watching Better Call Saul for the 5th time because my mom is watching it for the 4th time, and we're watching it with my brother too, because it's like now one of her favorite shows. So my mom is obsessed with Better Call Saul pretty much as I am. That's number 2. Number 3, after we finished Better Call Saul for the first time, I was like, well, I need something to do with my mom now that we're not watching Better Call Saul. So I was like, I had this video game, right? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, my mom never played a video game in her life. But I was thinking like, man, I think she might like this game. And so I showed it to her, and we were playing it for a while, and she got really into it. And then we were playing it for a long time together. And it got to the point where she was so into it, and I was kind of starting to not be as into it, but she was like just seriously into it. So much that she decided to buy her own Nintendo Switch to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on her own because she loved that game so much. And she didn't buy her own copy of the game. I think she has mine. But it's just like, okay, am I the master at finding things that my mom becomes obsessed with? Because I showed her like 3 things, and all 3 of them she just keeps going back to. She can't get enough of it. So I find that kind of interesting. I feel good about that, you know? I feel good. I feel I'm in touch with my mom and what she's interested in. Here's a little tease. Ooh, what could this be? Tell me in the comments if you know what this could be. Ooh, it's exciting. I will reveal it later in the month. Not tomorrow, probably not even this week, but later on in the month, I'll reveal this. So I want to hear your guesses, or more than guesses. You probably have. You probably know what it is, if you're smart. If you're not smart, you're probably looking at it like, what? But if you're an intelligent person, you can probably figure it out. And that's part of the fun of this series, right? I'm gonna give you little clues. At the end of every vlog, I'm gonna give you a little question, a little tease, a little something to figure out. And you're gonna have to figure it out. That's not a promise, by the way. I'm probably not gonna do that at the end of every vlog. But hey, wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun? This is Veds Day 2, signing off. We are gonna come back Day 3, November 3rd, tomorrow. Sorry, did I just say Veds? Veds Day 2? What I meant was VEDN. Vlog every day in November. I'm used to calling it Veds because the guys who I used to watch would always call it Veds because they would do it in September, but it's November, so it's VEDN. VEDN Day 2. Signing off, get ready for VEDN Day 3 tomorrow, November 3rd. Alright.